Hey guys, this is Leah.
Hi, I'm Kayla.
And we are with Ready to Resell. And I wanted to send out a little quick, as I'm calling it, Ready to Rant. So I don't know if you've heard yet that Poshmark has come out with this exciting new fabulous feature called Posh Parties Live. They just released it. Yesterday was the first one. And we were on the beta testing, or I don't know what they necessarily wanted to call us, but kind of the pre-information about it. And when they did this big webinar with all the people who were kind of in the pre-party of it. And they were making it all exciting. And literally, as they're telling us, everyone's going, what? Why are you doing this? All the features and everything everyone's asking about, you come up with this. So if you haven't heard about it, basically Poshmark is famous for their Posh Parties.
So this is the first time I'm hearing about it, which is why I'm giving her the eyebrows, because I'm not really, so this is kind of informative for me.
I told her.
I'm with you on this, like.
I told her, I want to record this. I want to get your expression live. So they have these Posh Parties. They've had this basically since the beginning of Poshmark, where 4 times a day they have these special parties that are themed. And basically, if you have items that go with that theme, you share it to the party. So if it's maternity party, you took your maternity items, and during this, I don't know, it's an hour and a half or 2-hour period, you would share your items to this party.
And then they sell your items?
No.
Oh.
The theory behind, this is the regular Posh Parties that they currently have.
Oh, okay.
So the regular ones that they currently have, the theory behind it is you would then, buyers would then go online and say, oh, I want maternity items. I'm going to go to this Posh Party and shop during the Posh Party. Instead of just using the search button. So then they take this not really great idea anyways, and then let's add more to it. So,
oh gosh.
So now Posh Party Live is, not all the time, but every once in a while, they will have a Posh Party Live event. And if there's an auction going on and your item has to do with the Posh Party auction, then it will be featured in this Posh Party Live.
But this is unscheduled.
Well, they don't tell you way in advance. I think a day in advance.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so
that's plenty of time.
We do this as a business. We have our live auction scheduled. We know it. We do it every Tuesday at noon Central Time, every Wednesday at 3 Central Time. We're not just going to check every day and say, oh, I wonder if tomorrow they're going to be doing this. And the other thought is, then do I have to go find items? I might be doing a whole other auction, and then I have to find items that fit your Posh Party. And then you're not featured the entire time. You're only featured while you're auctioning the item. So when we auction an item, I'm going to be auctioning my glass of wine here. Mm-hmm. We put it up. And then for that 2 minutes that we're talking about the item and auctioning it, you're featured, and then you go away.
So if you let me make sure I understand this. So if you happen to be going live at the same time that they are presenting this theme randomly.
Yeah. Well, 24-hour
then you get
featured.
What does featured mean?
That they're going to have a special Posh Party Live area, or in the...
So it'll be like the Poshmark's live show,
like
basically.
It's like, so in Posh Parties, there's a section that's like, hey, today's dresses and skirts. And so...
And all your things are there.
Yeah, it's a little button. It's actually a separate button that you would have to go to and click. Like a buyer would have to go to and click.
Okay.
But then they're like, oh, and you get extra, if you're featured, there's going to be confetti that comes out of your auction. On the screen, woo!
Yeah, that pays the bills. Yeah, confetti, perfect.
And then also, not just having the heart button, you're going to have an extra emoji button that people can click.
Okay.
Super special. So, on top of that rant, so they featured, yesterday was the first one that they rolled out, which was, they chose to do it, because they're in California, they chose to start these at 6 p.m. California time, Pacific time, which is, we're in Central, which is 8 p.m. our time. And if you're on the East Coast,
9 o'clock.
Yeah. So, of course, while we're going to sleep, they want us to run an auction.
Yeah, 8 o'clock's my bedtime, so that's not going to work
during
for me.
normal business hours for people who run it as a business.
Right.
So that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Hey, Poshmark, it's your business. You can come out with any feature you want. But we are, as sellers, I can't tell you how many people I've talked to, emails, even live phone calls with people at Poshmark, and said, I desperately, number one, please allow sellers to turn off the automatic bundling feature in auctions.
During auctions. It is so stressful. So just a little bit of a quick info here. We sell 5-pound boxes during our auctions, and that is the max weight for every label on Poshmark. And so when we do our auctions, if you buy more than one box, you've got like 20 pounds, and we need separate labels. You have to create a new listing. It's like a whole process. But if we could just toggle that off.
Just turn it off. Like, I like
the idea. And get 5 labels for their 5 boxes. And then we just click and print, and it's done. Like, why? I feel like that's like a quick coding insert. But instead, they promote that it's bundled, and they even promote the big boxes being bundled.
Yeah.
Which completely contradicts
if you
their shipping rules.
Poshmark support right now and you ask them about this, they say, well, I'm sorry you can't do it. What you need to do is, if a buyer buys too much and it's over 5 pounds, what you need to do is cancel their order and then have the buyer repurchase multiple orders. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, thank you. That's a ton of work. I mean, just literally hours of work we have to do every week. Number 2, if I cancel the buyer's order ahead of time, there's nothing holding them
accountable
to go purchase the boxes again.
Yep.
So and believe me, we've been doing this for months now. We make them purchase before we cancel.
Right.
Because then they do not go back and buy it. Not everybody, but 25% don't go back and buy it. And since it's an auction, if they don't go back and buy it, not only are you losing their sale, but you're losing the potential sales of all the people they outbid.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say is Poshmark even will say to us, we'll just re-auction the item or relist it in your closet. Well, great. But what about the labor that it took for my employee to make that box, to make that listing, to auction that listing, all of the people who wasted their time bidding on that box, who got outbid, and then now that box is now available, and guess what? The likeliness of them coming back for that box is very slim. So listen, I mean, we're here. We're the ones who sell on it. We have a lot of advice for you. But yeah, this whole live Posh Party thing is bananas.
It like I said, Poshmark, good for you.
That's not where we need to be focusing our time.
You do you, girl.
Yeah.
But if you want to help sellers and you want us to help sell more, which makes you more money, listen to us.
Right.
That's all we're asking.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Exactly. So
that's our ready to rant.